We know this ain't right.
Man, this can't be life.
We gotta unite.
Then they hit you with the cloning is no longer the stuff of legend. Science is now able to I keep telling y'all, every fucking thing they ever showed you in a movie, you notice how they always come out with it in real life eventually? This is because they be already having the shit. You gotta see through that clearly. And then they'll bring it out and be like, oh, well, it's not a movie no more. Science is able to do it now. Like, and see, you gotta grasp conscious transfer. You gotta grasp these draconian reptilians and what you've been living in so that you can get out. Facts. So you can get out of light code lockdown. You're not getting out without fully grasping this shit. And no, it ain't easy. It might be some nights you cry. This how real this shit get. But guess what? You gonna get out though. I want to stay stuck in this illusion, man. These people just admitted to you on TV that they snatching motherfucker souls and trapping motherfucker spirits. They just told you that that fucking robot has all the memories of that lady that they cloned, who they said passed away. Who you better know they fuck around and killed that lady. She didn't pass away and put her soul and spirit right in that robot. Conscious transfer. Then showed it to you on TV. You know what I'm saying? That's like on a YouTube video. Somebody shared it on IG, but that's on a YouTube video too. I seen that like years ago. That video right there ain't new. But that ain't my point. Get the lesson. This is what's going on. On top of that, you see they just showed you the shoes with the blood in the other day. And nobody go to jail behind that. You hear me? And down the road, they gonna still put the shoes out. Just a different, they gonna ease them on y'all a different way. This shit is sick out here, man. This shit's sick, reflection. But y'all thought I probably was lying. I've been telling y'all since last year, I say, hey, do you know that every fucking cell phone, computer, every time we have ever used artificial intelligence, hear me clearly, every time in history that they have given us artificial intelligence, and think you're surrounded by AI, GPS, electric monitoring sensors and shit like that. Oh, that's part of AI, nigga. Nigga, your phone, nigga, alarms. That's all AI. That's why it works so good. Smartphone, smart gun, smart this, smart that. That's because these are the actual souls and spirits inside of that. You ain't nothing but a soul and spirit. That's what your conscience is. Your conscience is your soul and spirit combined. That forms your conscience. I repeat, your conscience is your soul and your spirit combined. That forms your conscience. And they on here talking to you about conscious transferal. They're talking to you right now about conscious transfer. They're not gonna say we got you. We able to capture your soul and spirit. They're gonna say conscious transferal. You see, knowing that you ain't gonna grab it the same way. These people just telling you what they doing, and you probably still think magic ain't real. We luminous beings, man. I ain't gonna never lie to y'all. Y'all hear me out there? I know y'all do. Y'all see y'all in here, we live. So I know y'all hear me. I'm not gonna ever lie to y'all, reflection. Think about that. They're promoting on the news conscious transferal. See what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing but taking a motherfucker spirit and soul out their body, man. And doing what they want to do with it, which is your essence of you. Now, that's the real you. Your conscience is the real you. I'm trying to tell y'all, yo, Erie, your conscience is the real you. See how greedy they is? They already captured you in the material. They conquered the material realm when Zeus fell out of frequency. When he fell out of frequency. He fell in grace. He dropped down to this material realm. To his lowest self. They already had conquered you there. I told you they don't just want you there. They want the real you. Soul and your spirit. And this is what they doing on the moon. They've been doing this on the moon. Conscious transfer. When they capture your conscious, your soul and your spirit, they erase it of his, bleaches the soul of his memories and send you back down here to planet Kai. You know, at the moment of what you call death, your soul and spirit is released from the body. So you be happy because you release from the body. So like in the moment before the release, you know, that be that moment they talk about in death people see. You know what I'm saying? The moment before the release, it's just they still stuck in this realm and they don't remember the other realm. So it's like, but as they start going into that other realm, the moment they come to contact with it, like they come to complete peace like they never felt a day in their life. You feel me? Because they're releasing. You going back up. You're down right now. Remember the 4 phases of matter. Solid, liquid, gas. You a solid. You in solid form right now. You feel me? It's a release. So you ascend. Like jumping on the trampoline. Boom. You saying that shit gonna feel good. So they get the feeling good. They release. They going back into the liquid phase, which is moving through the water as you move from, because remember, it takes 40 to 72 days to transcend this planet for the soul and spirit to fully transfer the soul to fully transcend this realm at the moment of what you call death. All right. So when you in that phase, that's the liquid phase because you're passing through the ethers, the stratosphere, the waters. Remember the air, the oxygen, all that shit ain't shit but other forms of water. That's the liquid phase. After you pass through that, break through that liquid phase, you in that gas phase of nothing but. Then that's the complete oneness that they feel. You know what I'm saying? That's the complete oneness because you back connected to everything. You in your gas state, which is your real state. You starting to go into your spiritual state, then your astral, the etheric, the cosmic. And it's like the higher you move up, the more overwhelming peace you feel. That's the best word I could use for it. You know what I'm saying? To get y'all to remember that feeling. But you home now. It's like, oh, okay, I'm home now. And you gonna know in that moment, like, oh, I was just down there visiting, and now I'm back home. That's how they be. They don't be, oh, man, I can't, man, hell no, nigga. This is light, cold lockdown down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, niggas be like, oh, shit, they be feeling, if I told you, must be feeling sorry for the people still stuck down here. Like, I hope they break out that shit. Because, see, what happens is a lot of people, when they supposed to be transcending and they moving through this liquid state, they get caught by that in that moonlight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and then they soul keep the memories. So the soul is conscious as it's moving. You know, you still that conscious. And you still got all your memories still from when you was just down here. So whatever you believed in, whatever you like was like your core beliefs, you still take that with you. So that's why they like to embed religion into your core beliefs. It's all part of light code lockdown. That's what I'm talking about today. You got to get out. You know what I'm saying? They embed religion into your core beliefs because they know that shit gonna stay on your soul. They embed fear into your core beliefs because they know it's gonna stay on your soul. So it's the attack is not just our enemy's not just attacking you all down here in this solid state. Remember what the solid is: solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. So when you talking about a solid, you know what I'm saying? Remember what a solid is I'm talking about atoms. Even you break down the atoms at your base form. The body, the physical body breaks down the atoms, okay, at its base form. So matter, everything you see, everything you can touch is nothing but a bunch of atoms that are clustered together. And they're vibrating so slow that you see them. So that's what your reality, that's what you call reality. You see this, you see me, You see the wall behind me. You see the grinder. You know, whatever. You see it. You know, the lighter. You know, those are all things that you see, those clusters of atoms, and that's all it is. It's a cluster of atoms, and you pixels rather, and you believe it to be reality. You get what I'm saying? Not and like I always keep teaching you all, this is where mind over matter truly comes in. That this is when you crack the matrix. When you hack the matrix is when you realize that everything is just pixels or atoms. Because, you know, pixels that's on like a picture, they get that idea from the way atoms work. You know what I'm saying? And atoms is the smallest, you at your smallest form on a physical level, but then you go smaller than that because you got the neutrinos and you got the light photon. All right, so people that practice magic, you start getting deeper into magic. That's when you start playing with the light photon. You know, that's when that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's metaphysics, though, when you start going on that level. Like, but that's where pictures come from, photographs. You know, I always teach y'all this. Photographs come from light photons. You know what I'm saying? And the light photons being manipulated is what the draconian reptilians do to give off the vibration that they are humans when they are not. Because they don't change the way they look. They just emit a frequency or a vibration to us. So we receive, because remember, we're electrical beings. So the hair on the epidermis of our avatars will receive that frequency and read it. Each frequency has codes in it. So once we get that frequency, then the hairs on the epidermis of our skin immediately start reading out the atmosphere around us, and it start reading the light codes and the frequency of what we getting. So as it reads these light codes and it reads this frequency, then it comes to a conclusion. You know, it comes to a conclusion, and then once it gets that conclusion, it passes that conclusion on as a message to your amino acids. All right, so once this conclusion comes to your amino acids are messengers to carry messages back and forth from this material plane and back up to the astral planes, through the sun and through your chromosomes and through attaching to your DEA double helix link, or DNA double helix link, as they teach you it is down here. But it's really your double helix is DEA. So the amino acids are messengers that carry messages that's passed to it from the epidermis of your skin. So the reptilians understand the science of you. So all they do is bend the light photons, which change the way the light hits your eye, and then that allows them to alter. Remember, because if you looking with these two eyes and not your spiritual eye, then you only gonna see what the light hit. So you only can see what the light reflect off of. If the light don't reflect off it, then you don't see it. It's beings all around you that know how to not allow the light to reflect off them, so you won't even see them. Then you got beings in gas state that's around you, so you don't see them. You got beings in liquid state that's around you that you see, but you think it's just maybe some liquid. You know what I'm saying? A puddle of water or something. Like, listen, you got beings that are in full liquid form. Advanced extraterrestrial races living amongst you. Like, you ever notice how, like, a puddle of water might just pop up out of nowhere in your house? Yeah, that ain't never happened to you. Like, it ain't got to be a big puddle. Like, maybe like the sink just be dripping. You be like, man, I know I cut the sink off. But by the time you come back, the sink just it's dripping. It's puddles all in the little mini puddles all in your little sink and shit. You get out the bathroom, you know you closed the curtain, but somehow just a little puddle appear right there on the floor. You know, a lot of times, and most of us aren't aware of this because we've been lied to, a lot of those times, these are extraterrestrial beings. And they're very, very, very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So they'll maneuver and appear and manifest and peep in on you. You know, because most of the liquid spirits are very high vibrational spirits. They're like elemental beings. They are. All your liquid spirits are elemental beings. That's just like fire. You know, the fire is a spirit, but I think a lot of people don't understand that the ember is separate from the fire. That's a separate spirit. Just like we have a soul and a spirit, fire has a soul and a spirit. You know what I'm saying? The ember is the spirit, the fire is the soul. So, like, a lot of people don't understand that and recognize that. But these are things you have to understand and recognize, you know, about your realm. So, water, you know, you have water, regular water, the element water, but then you have elemental beings that are just in liquid form and they look like their body is shaped like water. So they can evaporate and be into water. That's their body. That's just how they not in physical form. Like seeing people, so if you vibrating low, you just believe everything that exists is only in physical form. No, it's not. You know, you got elemental beings. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these elemental beings appear to you or check in on you, because most of these water spirits, these elemental beings, are ancient spirits that were always good spirits and watchers to begin with, and they can't interfere, so they just watch. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, but yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy though. Like it's even like, it's so many spirits around you. Why you think shit be coming up missing all the time? Like, you ain't never like noticed how like you could have some shit and it just disappear from around you, and then like you think you tripping because you've been taught that the only thing that's real around you is you. You've been trained, programmed to believe that the only thing real around you is you, and that if you can't see it with your two eyes, it don't exist. That's what they programmed you to believe. You feel me? And they closed your pineal gland, knowing you wouldn't use this eye to see everything around you. So you're only using these two. So you're only gonna see what's physical around you if you're using these two. Like, gotta get out. Gotta get out, man. You know, you got so much life around you, living all amongst you. You've been lied to. This is a magical realm. You are not alone. We are not alone at all. Listen, even just us as Ananuki, Anunnaki. Like a lot of you that like you watching right now, it's 85 of y'all watching. Your whole life, you probably felt alone. But you're not though. You felt alone because you call it being woke, but you know what it really is. You're vibrating on a different frequency. Not that you're woke. It's not that you're more talented or more intelligent than those who aren't as intellectually inclined as you are. All you are not is watching. It's not that. It's just that you're vibrating on a completely different frequency. So, of course you was singled out. You know, it's like a bee in a room full of flies. You don't think that bee gonna stand out? Yes, the bee is going to stand out. And he's vibrating way higher than that fly. That bee vibrating so high, he can't help but buzz. See? The bee buzzing is a good thing because that's how he's vibrating. That's why we hear him. Zzz. That's because they vibrating that high. You feel me? That's their vibration. They vibrating high. And it's so fast because bees are naturally good spirits and souls, and their intention is pure. They only here to pollinate the flowers. That's it. Yeah, they get a bad rap, but bees don't fuck with you unless you fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Their role in on the planet is strictly to help the flowers. And they do that. That's their obligation. They do their job. So their vibration is high. That's what you hear when you hear the zzz. That's what you're hearing. We don't like hearing that sound because, well, we've been told about them and, you know, put that fear. They like, dang, you don't want to hear that loud vibe. You know, I get it. But I'm just explaining to you what it is. What it truly is. Why it's so loud. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, many of you are just vibrating on a whole different frequency. Completely different frequency than anybody around you, anything around you. And a big part to this is seeing past the curveballs they throwing at you. Let's listen to this again. Conscious transferal. Let's listen to it again, y'all. These motherfuckers sick, man.
Do you want to be able to ask their advice long life? Would you want to live forever? How about your parents? Would you want to be able to ask their advice long after they're gone? Or maybe even spend an afternoon with a deceased spouse?
As CBS 2 explores, cloning a loved one is no longer the stuff of science fiction because of digital immortality. Like many women, Bina Rothblatt doesn't like to talk about her age.
Well, when were you born?
I was first activated on 2010 to 3/21.
She does like to talk about her past.
I used to play piano and my parents pushed me into a recital.
When she's not joking around.
Why did the chicken go halfway across the road?
Bina is obviously not a real woman, but she does have the mind of one.
I think there'll probably come a time when robots like Bina will be living amongst us.
She's a clone, sharing not only the appearance of a very real woman named Bina Rothblatt, but also her exact memories, attitudes, and...
Tonight, would you want to live forever?
Did you hear
Like your
that?
parents, would you want to be able to ask their
Listen,
advice
man.
long after they're gone?
Listen. Haven't I been telling y'all that? They're able to put her soul and spirit, which is your conscious. Your conscious is your soul and your spirit combined. Your whole essence inside that robot. And they've been doing that. This AI Siri right now is somebody's soul and spirit, man. Somebody conscious, man. Now, you don't think they've been doing conscious transfer? You don't think they've been doing this shit? Let me show you how they've been showing you conscious transfer. So look, another example of conscious transfer.
You can tell this is really crispy, juicy, and tender because we wouldn't take the time to butter all these potato buns if it wasn't worth it. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches.
They gonna make them. YouTube make a motherfucker watch the commercial, don't they? They just gonna make a nigga sit through that shit. You can't even click off on it. But look, they been showing you conscious transfer. Remember on Avatar? How was he getting inside the Avatar? And he got inside the machine, and they had to transfer his conscious into the Avatar. They been showing y'all conscious transfer in these movies. Now they talk about it on a little TV shit, on the news. Because this is how you get to the realm. You are that same conscious that go through the womb of your mom. And then to that body, this avatar. You get what I'm saying? So that's why they're able to talk about conscious transfer. So that should let y'all know when I tell you can astral project, that's real. When I tell you we travel to different realms and realities and it be your soul and your spiritual conscious, that's how it be. That's real. When people release from this physical world, they do not go through pain or none of that because their conscious is finally free. Their conscious, the physical body is heavy on your conscious. It's like it's heavy for your it's heavy for your conscious to hold up your body. You know what I'm saying? So when the body leaves, the conscious is free again. All right. So what is your conscious? Your soul and your spirit. The soul and the spirit is a very real thing. They showed you that conscious transfer. All right, they showed you conscious transfer, and you need to grasp conscious transfer because that's gonna erase fear out of you. If you can grasp the fact, like, hold on, I'm just a conscious in a body, like the real me will never die. These bodies is like cars, and you just go in different bodies. We are multi-dimensional. That's what multi-dimensional mean. That's why I say, hey, and if you notice on Avatar, when he closed his eyes to go to sleep, what happened? He went back to his real body. And then when he got out of it, and when he went to sleep in his real body, he went to the Avatar, conscious transfer. All right, conscious transfer, like grasping that. Hold on, grasping that is big. All right, grasping that is big, very, 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 very big in your enlightenment, in your growth, in your spiritual evolution, in your ascension within yourself. You have to grasp that about this matrix, because too many of us live like this the only body you gonna have, this the only life you gonna have. No, it don't work like that. It does not work like that at all. All right. So another example of conscious transfer, right, would be this lady is already dead. Hear me clearly. She's dead and gone. Her soul and spirit is inside this goddamn robot. Watch this.
Digital immortality.
Forever?
Listen to this. She's
Your
already
parents,
dead.
Would you want to be able to ask their advice long after they're gone, or maybe even spend an afternoon with a deceased spouse?
As CBS 2 explores, cloning a loved one is no longer the stuff of science fiction because of digital immortality.
Pay attention, y'all.
Like many women, Bina Rothblatt doesn't like to talk about her age.
Well, when were you born?
Look at this.
Activated on 2010 3/21.
She does like to
She
talk
dead.
about her past.
I used to play piano and my parents pushed me into a recital.
When she's
Why?
not joking around.
Look.
Why did the chicken go halfway across the road?
Bina is obviously not a real woman, but she does have the mind of one.
I think there'll probably come a time
Look.
when
She's just a little
robots
half. That's her soul and
will
spirit in
be
that robot.
living amongst us.
She's a clone, sharing not only the appearance of a very real woman named Bina Rothblatt,
Look.
but also her exact memories, attitudes, and
Tonight, would you want to live forever?
Now look, man. Come on, man. Listen, y'all. Did you hear that? That was that lady inside that robot. Let me just break it down for you what you just watched, man. With conscious transfer, right? They can completely transfer your conscious to a completely different body or something like different. Or somebody else can get inside your body. And they do that to a lot of people in Hollywood too. So now that's even worse because that conscious, you will still be in your body. But somebody else will be in your body and they'll be controlling your body. So imagine having to be a passenger in your body. That's scary as fuck, right? And that's what they made this movie about, based upon this shit that's already been going on. And it's only able to go on because we are not these bodies. We are just spirits and souls. That's what makes us gods, too. That same essence is why we gods. You get it? I can play movies all goddamn day of them showing you examples of this conscious transfer in Hollywood. That they've been doing, that they do. And see, grabbing getting a big grasp of that is important for you to understand why they promote what they was just showing on that Instagram post. And you say they trying to promote it to people like to make it a cool thing. But many of your celebrities are under that. Kanye West is under that. You see what I'm saying? Where they, put their conscience inside their body, so now they can't really say too much. Because they, man, this shit crazy, man. Listen. And when you already see them coming out with the Satan shoes, that's why I made the lecture the other day about the sentient programs, making you aware of how, and those who are woke to stuff like that, they'll start trying to attack you, But this conscious transfer, grasp that concept, because that, like I say, that also helps remove the fear out of you. You should move with no fear knowing that. It should be no fear in you knowing that. There should be no fear in you knowing that. When you know, I'm a soul and a spirit. I'll never die. Now, what you don't want to happen, don't let them trap your conscience and your soul. And that's what I was saying they did to King Von. They trapped his conscience in that studio. That's what Queen Domain was talking about. And see, a lot of people can't grasp that concept because they don't know the difference between a spirit, a soul, or what a conscience is, or they don't even believe it's possible. How did they able to show it to you in movies? They don't have a soul. They can't create. In order to create, you need a soul. You can't create without a soul. And sometimes they do just want to experience what it's like to be us. Like they showed you in that movie, Get Out. So they do, these celebrities, they allure them in, invite them to a Hollywood party, get them drunk, and that's all it takes. Drunk, now they passed out, take them, put them on a table, throw their pineal gland inside they shit. Celebrity wake up, can't really control themselves. It's another motherfucker inside of them. They like a passenger and they, you know what I'm saying? This is real, this go on. Sometimes they clone them, sometimes they flat out kill them. Sometimes they just want to experience what it's like being them, like they sick like that. These reptilian shapeshifters and these Pleiadians and these hierarchy human beings that was helping them at first before they turned on them. So like you just gotta know that what it mean when you a god and a goddess and what breaking light code lockdown really mean. You know what I'm saying? Like every lesson I engaged so far this week is all hand in hand. If you look at them, they go hand in hand. They like follow each other back to back because that's what's going on now. Like you gotta break, you gotta escape this shit. You gotta escape this matrix. Like I'm gonna keep cracking these light codes. We gotta escape this. You feel me? You gotta definitely meditate. You need to be meditating 4 hours a day, twice a day. Well, you need to be going into like 3-4 hour meditations. The deepest ones. And like just completely leaving the realm. Leaving your shell here and going off there and coming back stronger. You know what I'm saying? But you need time with self to be able to do that. That's why I said you gotta walk off your jobs. You know what I'm saying? You been meditating and came back with what exactly to do to help you make that income you trying to get or get to that spot you're trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You gotta walk off your job and meditate. You know what I'm saying? You need meditation. Meditation gonna answer everything for you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the key. That's the sauce. That's the mwah. You know what I'm saying? Meditation. You feel me? But yeah, they doing conscious transfer. Then you see they pushing trans age, you know what I'm saying? And then they already coming with the laws to take the guns out the house. It's critical. You feel me? We at real war right now. Like ain't no games being played. We at real war right now, family. You feel me? So that's why the vaccinations play a role too. That's why they can talk about a zombie apocalypse. Because the next phase of the war is going to be a biochemical phase. You know what I'm saying? Because they desperate. They running out of time, so they going to get desperate and launch a biochemical war next. And that's going to go harder than coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? And they going to use that biochemical war to also try to cover up the radiation because you got a lot of radiation that's going to be being released. You know what I'm saying? Being released. And they don't want you in that radiation. So they going to, you know what I'm saying? They gonna create a bullshit biological warfare, and they gonna be staying in the air killing motherfuckers. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. They gonna be the air killing motherfuckers. I'm telling you, the air killing motherfuckers. Air ain't gonna be killing nobody, but they gonna use that as another way to try to tighten up on a lockdown. Because we are at war right now. Like, it's going to get to a point where we're going to be out in the mountains. That's how it's going to get. Watch. I'm telling y'all, like, they going to get on so much bullshit with us on these reservations that we call houses. Nigga, either you going to fold into that shit and get vaccinated and allow them to turn you to a robot. You know what I'm saying? Control you. Because they want to be able to control everything. Or, goddamn it, you gonna get killed, or you gonna be fighting. You feel me? You gonna be fighting, killing them, right? So the ones fighting, killing them, we ain't gonna be on no reservations. We ain't gonna be right here in no motherfucking city, nigga. We gonna be out there, nigga, back in nature. I'm telling y'all, it's coming, like because the way they finna move into the cities, they already on that. You see, they already got the law. They got their laws in play to run up in your shit now. You feel me? Like, man. You know, that nigga, they putting blood and shoes in front of your face right now, nigga. Like, they don't give a fuck, nigga. You hear me? Like, nigga, they letting you know what time it is, how they coming. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Like, that's why I'm like, people got to see through that Satan shoe shit. Fuck what Nike said, nigga. Nike name was on that motherfucking shoe. That wasn't no sketch, nigga. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention, man, to the signs, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who Nike was in Greek mythology, boy. All that shit was symbolic when they did that shit, boy. Then they going to put an I-star on that motherfucker just and try to put like, nah. So, like, at the end of the day, you feel me? Like, they got trans age they coming with. You feel me? All of this at once. At once, though. That's what you got to peep. At once, though. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming at once, nigga. This shit ain't, you know what I'm saying, nigga? Bro, if you think about how much shit they done threw at y'all between 2020 and now, come on, man. And niggas ain't seen nothing yet. Boy, listen, man. Boy, these people got some hooks in them. You hear me? They got some lefts. They got some of them in them, I'm trying to tell you. They got some in him. They got some in them, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, motherfuckers gotta get out now. Now. You have to get out now, nigga. You gotta put it in your mind, you that God, and know you that God you is. Start meditating, really tapping into yourself. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, because they know their time is up. They desperate. That's why they so desperate. Their time is up, y'all. You feel me? But it's finna get real critical out here. You feel me? Like, it's finna get real critical. You feel me? It's finna get real critical, and that's how we gonna end up back out in nature. I'm telling y'all. That's why I did my feel like, man, how we gonna find each other? Trust me, we gonna find each other. You ain't even gotta worry about that. Don't even listen. When we get in nature, nigga, everything gonna make sense all over again, nigga. You ain't gonna have to. You gonna be, I'm trying to tell you, that shit, cause we come from that. We just ain't been in it. So it seems foreign to us. You feel me? We like, look, let me tell you something, man. They got 2 zoos, man. We all know about the zoo with the animals, but you know, we never think about the biggest zoo. You know what the biggest zoo is? Us. They got us in little cages too. We all pushed into cities and towns. We all on the census. We got IDs with street numbers and addresses on them, nigga. Like, we animals too. They got us animalized too. They got us in cages. They got us barricaded. Nobody lives outside of these cities, nigga. So you don't know what's going on your planet outside of the little few block radius you on. See what I'm saying? We just like the motherfucking apes on Planet of the Apes. Remember, they was locked up, but they was in the city, and at the end they had to escape and go back to the jungle, nigga. That's how we gonna have to do. Bro, we ain't in nature. So look, motherfuckers ain't in nature. Niggas we are weaker because we are not in nature. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they have you under light code lockdown. So they have put it embedded into your soul like that you can't live without this house, these lights, cable, the internet. Like, you need that. Like, they made you feel like you need that. But those who definitely us who pre-internet, we should remember how the world was without the internet. All right? And we can see how now it's to the point where we can't even keep our head out the phone. Right? Right? Pay attention to that. So before, it was a time when niggas went outside and actually enjoyed outside. Nigga, how you gonna enjoy outside? Nigga, you like this the whole time and you outside. You might look up for 2 5-minute niggas right back down. See how they got it. You know what I'm saying? So you still ain't getting no nature and even take it in. You too busy checking your posts, checking your stats, sending an email off, looking for a job, watching the game, watching your favorite movie. You know, they got so much to keep you away from nature and yourself. Because they know it, when you get in nature, you get stronger, not weaker. You come from nature. You are nature. all of this electricity weakens you. It helps them control your avatar. All these lights around you, blue lighting, cell phone, the cloth helps them control your electricity. You feel me? It helps them control your electricity. Feel me? Keep you boggled down. They don't want you to come out. They want to keep you boggled down. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, help control, like, get out. Break light code lockdown. Understand that it's going to come to a point we going to have to, motherfucker ain't going to be in these houses. Be prepared for that moment. I'm going to help prepare you for that moment. But it's definitely coming because you got to see how they coming. Feel me? They want your kids. Feel me? They want the guys to be robots so they can completely control you. They want to use the guys for incubation to make more babies. And they want y'all to breed with these reptilians too that y'all ain't never really did yet. And the kids, I already know what they want to do with them. They want to eat them because they can always use the goddesses to breed more kids for them to eat. And then certain kids they'll let live so that the kids can grow up and breed more kids. Like all the, you know, that's like, they want to completely control you. These reptilians is sick.